Hello YouTube, welcome to the barn once again. Today we're going to be starting a bit of a fun project. It's been a while since I posted on here. I will be honest, I will update on the outdoor dining table at some point, but I had some things go wrong with the epoxy final coat on it and basically just got discouraged and kind of shoved it in the corner for a while. So, but I do want to get back to that and address that a bit. It's going to be a bit of work. And in the meantime, I've had just a lot of life stuff going on with my dad getting married. We've moved houses, we've had some medical stuff. So anyways, I'm back. I'm hoping to kind of turn out some more videos here. May even try to do a little bit more of the knife end of things. And so today, that is what we're going to do. And a kind of a fun one today. I happened upon an estate sale the other day. Picked up a couple fun things, but this is one of the first ones. So this is a cleaver. Again, just looked pretty fun. Decent shape here, but definitely some corrosion on it and that sort of stuff. I looked into it a bit more, and as you can see right here, see on the light there, the description on it says United States Cutlery, Belleville, New Jersey. Knickerbocker, which is kind of fun. But so after doing some research, it turns out that they were a company out of New Jersey that was around from 1922 to I've heard a couple different things between 1922 to 1932 or 1934. So it's a pretty short-lived company. They did some cutlery. They did a whole set of knives for the kitchen. They also did putty and masonry blades as well. But anyway, so I thought it was kind of a cool piece of 90 to 100-year-old blade that is still fairly sharp, decent condition overall, has a stamp on it still, which is great. So today we're going to kind of work on doing a bit of restoration for it. So I want to hit it with the grinder, see what I can clean up on the blade itself, and then I think I'm going to pop the handle off and try to get a new handle on there as well. It's decent shape right now. If you can see, this is loose right here, so we'll take that off, see what we have going on underneath here. Obviously a hidden tang blade or handle construction on that. So anyways, that's where we're at. It's a good size, probably about a 7-inch cutting area, classic shape to it. But thought it'd be fun to work on an older blade, see what we can find on it, and get down there and hopefully give it some new life and put it to work. So let's go through that, and we'll just kind of go step by step and see what we get. Thank you guys for tuning back in, and yeah, let's jump into it. All right, so first order of business, we're going to try to get this handle off here. Looks like it just has one pin here. Not sure how that's necessarily attached in there, but probably try to punch that out, hit that out, and then might even grind it down and see what happens once that gets loose. And if we can pull it off, then that'd be great. So, all right, let's jump into it. All right, so the handle came off. It looks like it was basically an old, hard to tell, but a nail that was holding it on, going through the tang right there. So as you can see, you don't need a whole lot back here just for that handle to connect onto. So that actually gets embedded into that wooden handle, and then we'll epoxy it on and then pin through there as well, just to recreate that and make sure it has a nice tight seal on there. So next step on this is we're going to take it over to the grinder. Probably going to start at 400 just to kind of clear everything up and try to save. I want to make sure we save the stamp on this side. So hit it with that, see what we got, and go from there. We're going to go down to a 150 just to make sure we can get all the rust and the corrosion out of there. So we're getting there. Nothing's too deep on it, definitely just surface rust. So it's probably obviously been cared for over the last 90 to 100 years. But yeah, no, it's looking pretty good. We'll keep on going on. We'll keep jumping up in our grits on our belt. And then, yeah, see what we can bring it out to. I'll probably go down onto the blade edge at this point and just try to, again, just do a light grind. I'm not necessarily going to try to set that at the moment. I'll do that later on. But I just want to make sure I get, again, get some of that corrosion off of there. It has a couple chips in it and stuff like that. So we'll bring it up a little bit and just clean it up. Alright, so I recently picked up some of these conditioning belts from Combat Abrasives. I haven't tried them at all yet. I've heard some good stuff about them. There's 4 different kind of grits or the abrasiveness of it. I'm just going to go with the finer 2 on it just to kind of see what that does. But yeah, there's obviously different colors. They should kind of give it more of almost like a brushed kind of look for it, but because they're more flexible, it should get in there and give a nice even coat to the whole thing. So we're going to give it a shot. If I don't like it, then I'll go back to traditional belts and some hand sanding, but I heard good stuff about these, so I wanted to give them a shot, and I thought this would be a good one to do it with the wider base of the metal. I can actually kind of see what they do, so I can get more information on if I like them. So again, there's 4 different coarsenesses of them, but we're just going to do the finer 2, and yeah, go from there. Let's see it. I'm liking the look of that. It definitely is nice and even over the whole thing. Yeah. So this one, I believe, is supposed to be about kind of 160, 180 grit, like the comparable over to a normal belt. So I'll go up to the very fine here in a second, and so that goes up to about a 220, 240. So we'll see what we get out of it. All right, well, we, yeah, good progress on it. Successfully got the handle off. See what we could see under here for the tang, what we're going to need to do for that. Took off a whole lot of kind of the corrosion and just all the gunk that had built up over the last 90 to 100 years on it, right? Again, it wasn't bad. There's a lot of surface stuff. There are still a couple kind of little pits and stuff in here that I may try to chase. I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of the like mirror finish stuff on knives, so I do like those conditioning belts. So again, I never used them, but this definitely gives kind of a almost like a brushed look to it, which I'm kind of a fan of. And then I do think that it's nice and even, so that if I wanted to go to a hand sand after this, it'd be really easy to do. So I'm good. I'm impressed with that. I think I'll definitely use those more in the future, and even going through from the coarse all the way to the ultrafine, I think will allow that to happen well. But for this episode, that's where we're going to stop. Again, I like how it has the original stamp on it, which is great. I really want to keep that and make sure that shines nice and bright when we get there. Again, it's nice and straight still. There's no worry about the integrity of the steel, or I'm not going to do any reshaping. I want to leave it as original as I can, which is part of probably staying away from the mirror finish, but some of the brushed look on it will be good. So I think next time we'll work on getting the handle going, the tang on it, and see what we want to do for that. I'll source out some wood. If you have a thought, or should I do a lighter wood? Should I do a darker wood? What do you think on it? Do an epoxy with wood type thing? Got a lot of different things we could go. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you have any suggestions for the handle, leave them down as well. And we'll next time jump on the handle, final sharpen, and do some testing with it. I'm excited to be able to use in the kitchen and chop it up and again, the heritage and the history is just something I find really cool out of the steel. That's part of why I enjoy doing the forging. I've been doing a lot of classes lately, which has been great. Get to introduce it to a whole new group of people that have never done it before, and just something that they can do with their own hands. It's gonna last for years. It's metal, it's solid. They're forming it into how they want their knives and go from there. So part of this, hopefully we can honor the forging process and pull this into something that's gonna be new, looking good, and usable. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Again, I'm gonna try to be posting a little bit more. Got a canister Damascus that I wanna try a couple patterns with and a few other things. So thank you again, and we'll keep uploading. Have a good one.